Hey there, guys. We had the new Vision World on the JP server like a week ago. I went through and I just went like turn one to every boss a week ago. As you can see, score absolutely terrible. I just low effort cleared it. I wasn't gonna bother with Dark Visions this week or this month in JP. I was just gonna go in OTK on turn one and be done. Cause wasn't really feeling like in the mood for it. But the other day I pulled for and got Knights of Grandshout. The pulls went great. And then last night I got Dark Rain from a single ticket. Well, one ticket after using tickets on him all month long. Then last night I got a ticket from the Mog King and got him. I'll actually post the video to the Dark Rain pulls. I did some more pulls afterwards. I'll put a link to that video in the description. You can check it out. It's just a really short, quick step up pull on Dark Rain. But in any case, I got Dark Rain, I got Knight to Grandshout, and that makes me think like I should go back through and actually try harder on some of these bosses. Like even these first bosses, I just went in there and didn't even care and cleared them all. But they also made a really good change on Dark Vision that I wasn't aware of. And it once again, these kind of changes motivate me to actually care about Dark Visions. They made it to where damage taken doesn't lower your score unless you take an extreme amount of damage. You can take something like 5 or 10,000 damage and you're fine. You get no penalty. You only take a penalty if you start taking a lot of damage. And that is a wonderful change, and I am so happy they made that. I wasn't even aware of it. And they did that, and it's so good, and it makes me actually care about Dark Visions more. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to record all the... Well, I guess maybe I will record the reruns on like the early bosses, the final rerun score. And then I'll show you my clears on the final guys. It still might not be like an amazing clear, but it'll be something. So see you guys after I build some teams, and I guess start trying on Dark Visions for this month in JP. See you in a few minutes. Alright guys, we're going to be going back to some of these for the reruns. I'm not even going to bother rerunning the Worm because he's the first boss, and apparently I damage capped without even trying on the first run on my first day, so we're going to skip him. He's just super easy. This guy, apparently the damage cap is 17,000, or the actual damage for that is 1 billion, and I didn't damage cap. Because again, I went in here with a team that was just literally no killers, no elements, nothing, and I just didn't. But we're gonna try a little bit harder now. So this team is gonna be what I use for the early stages. We're gonna use Knights of Grandshout because he has just like natural killers to everything by 200% or more. He's even like naturally like demon and human innately maxed killer. Yeah, he's like Louise on Global, where he just has killers to everything almost for free. On Bahamut, he's got 250 to everything or better. So he just gears brain dead easy. Brain dead easy gearing. He is maxed LB, high attack power, and we're just going to use him to like OTK. I'm going to show you the vision card. This vision card is kind of amazing. I love this animation. Like, here's Dark Rain, and then here's Fina summoning the Knight to Grandshout, and then the Knight to Grandshout to like fight Dark Rain. It's like, let's fight! Nope. Done. The vision card's awesome. It really is. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna go in here and OTK. Shadow and then Onion are my generic trainers. Roka to imbue Earth, because Earth is the proper element. Cetra Aerith to buff LB damage and Holy Amplify. For turn 1 kills, Gilgamesh is going to be Break and Imperil. And then we'll just swap out the Imbuer for each boss until we get to the point where we can't just lazy mode OTK turn 1. So let's see here. So Aerith will imbue and etc. Let's have Roka do Earth imbue. We'll do some killers. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Earth imbue, and then haste, and then killers. Gilgamesh will break, let's see, light imperil, and all imperil, and then we will just chain it up with Onion, Shadow, and we will just do the LB with Rain. Now, of course, this LB is a stacking LB. It does more damage the more you use it, but it should be fine. Alright. And we are using wrong element, which is like a big penalty here, so we're mixing elements. We needed to do 1 billion for the damage cap. We did 3 billion. Okay, we're good. We're done. That's all we needed. We're going to move along to the next fight. That perfect scored. I don't actually know if I perfect scored the earlier part. Yeah, there we go. New record. Alright, let me check. And Vision Worlds and JP, by the way, you farm them for craftable gear, which I probably should do. I was kind of planning to skip all that gear as well. I guess I should craft it and make it. Yeah, apparently we damage capped the easy guy. The next guy is this lion dude. 23,000. The damage cap on this one is 23k. And nope, we didn't damage cap. Okay, let me adjust the team to rerun this guy, and I will be back in a moment. Alright guys, this one is a beast weak to fire. We're just going to swap out Roka for rain, and we're going to use an energy pot, because apparently I don't have enough energy. And we're going to go in here again, and we're going to see if we can, once again, easy mode OTK this. Now my rain is not, what's it called? My rain is not crowned. Whoop, let me do this. Reload this. Reload this. Yeah, so my rain is not crowned, so we're going to, oh, this is not available until turn, oh no, that's fine. We don't need that one. So we're going to do this. We're going to amplify fire for everyone, and we're going to, add fire element. Alright. Yep, there it is. Okay. So we need to do 1.5 billion for this one. We did. I saw the 2 hits of Dark Rain. Perfect. Yeah, 1.5 billion for the damage cap, and that should have been it. So we didn't change the gear on Knights of Grand Shout at all. Yep, did it. Perfect. Okay, so actually they're getting a little bit bulkier. So that's done. Next is a bird weak to wind. Oh, wind. We got Coastal Frisia. That's fine. Okay, 23k for the points. Okay, maxed on that one, so we're doing good. Rank is going up. So next is a bird. Let's see. So that's perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, we're cleaning up the old stuff. Let's go to the bird next. Did I perfect score on the day 1 guy? 29 is the best. Okay, yeah, 29 is the max. Oh, I did real bad. I did real bad on him on day 1. So we need 2.061 billion. Why do they have these weird numbers? Okay, I've got to adjust the team. It's weak to wind. I'm going to attempt a turn 1 lazy OTK with a wind support. If it doesn't work, you'll see the video of the updated slower clear. Let's see what happens. See you in a moment. Okay, guys, I tried the OTK. We were a little bit short on damage, so we're going... Let me just pop a bunch of energy. So I was a little bit short on damage, so we're going to be going for a little bit of a slower clear. We have reached the point where the turn 1 OTKs don't work anymore. Which is fine. It's not a problem. We'll adjust. Alright, so to start off, we're going to make sure Aerith, so we don't kill the boss. We're going to bounce Reflect onto the, or Protect onto the boss so we can stack up. Wait for this to finish. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Reflect on the boss now. Break the boss, guard you, and we will... Alright, we're taking minor damage, doesn't really matter, this is allowed at this point. We will just do this, guard you, guard you, guard you. We can now do this, and we can just break again, whatever. It's so nice that you can take damage and it doesn't really penalize you unless you take a ton of damage. Love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and shift Bart for the wind support. LB, and now we will... Oops. Alright. There we go. Powered up rain did the trick. So, we needed 2 billion. We did 2.5. Good enough. Good enough. Still wrong element. Doesn't really matter. Okay, next is... next is a mage fight. Yeah, the first 4 were physical or magical. You could use whatever you wanted. The next one is... weakness. It doesn't tell me my little cheat sheet here I've got recorded here. 29... Yep, we are done with the bird. Alright, next is this. I guess it was a Peep right here. Okay, we didn't even damage cap the day 1 guy. Okay, so it's just a magic fight. It doesn't tell me his weakness. It doesn't tell... I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Let me go find out what this guy's weak to, because for whatever reason it's not showing me what he's weak to. So I'm going to go figure this out, and then I'll be back in a moment. Hey guys, so I've made some adjustments to the team. Apparently this guy is 100% to all resistances, and then he is, what is it? He is stronger to physical and weaker to magic. But we're going to use a physical team anyway. Let's go ahead and use some energy pots real quick. You know, I could like build a magical team, but my physical team is just stronger, so we're going to go with this. And the way I'm doing it is a little janky, but it should work out fine. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is Graf is going to mod boost himself. Wait for all this to finish. Alright, now we're going to use Harv to AoE dispel everything, buff the party, and break the boss. That's going to put up a resist buff on the boss, or defense buff up on the boss. So we can stack Sephiroth and Knights of Grandshell without dealing too much damage. Then Squall can go ahead and dispel that buff off the boss, as well as fire resist the party, while Fina can imbue us, buff us with Demon Killer, as well as, I think Protectka is a better option here, just to lower the damage we take a little bit. For the most part, my team is not even wearing gear, but it doesn't really matter a ton, to be completely honest here. Alright, we're going to now imperil the boss with Graf from an Esper, so we can chain proper. Let's do this with I keep calling him Typhus, oh my god, Knights of Grandshell. Sephiroth will just, use his Magnus on this turn. Let's see. Let's imperil the boss. Let's do an LB fill with you. I would have loved to have gotten the LB on Harv this turn, but we didn't. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. I guess we'll summon Behemoth this turn, and I guess Harv, because we didn't get what I was wanting to get. I guess we'll just do this to imperil the boss to Dark for Sephiroth. Alright, it's fine, whatever, who cares. Alright. A little bit of damage, some fire damage. Like I said, we can take minimal damage, it doesn't really matter anymore. Alright, so let's use Typhus STMR to power him up. Let's use LB on her. And now we're going to chain. Let's chain Bolting. Let's go to the base one, deal less damage. Let's Stardust Ray 3 times. And Squall will Stardust Ray 3 times as well. Alright. $100 point chain score done. Okay, excellent. And now we're gonna kill. And hopefully we didn't take too terribly much damage. Alright, so... Oh, we're still broken. Ooh. I didn't realize we'd still be broken. That kind of sucks. Oh, no, we're not. It wore off. Yeah, it wore off at the beginning of the turn. Perfect. Anyway, let's do an 88% break with Squall. Let's shift Sephiroth and Cap. Let's shift Graf and Cap. Let's cap Knights of Grandshell. Let's have Fina chain Bolting, and we're going to chain Bolting with Harv as well. Okay, So the timing for this is a little tricky. I'm going to do it, and hopefully I don't break the chains. We're going to do this. 2, 3. All right. I think that chain proper. We're looking for 20 billion. 21 billion. Got it done. Perfect score. Okay, that guy's a little tricky because it was technically a mage fight, but I forced the issue and went physical. And it worked. Okay, damage report. Knights of Grandschild, as I mentioned, they are a little bit of a power creep unit. Just a bit. Just a little bit. And they even break the damage cap because their LB is 2 hit instead of 1 hit. So they actually have a technical upper ceiling of 20 billion per turn. Yeah, they kind of creep Sephiroth and Graf. Just a bit. There's a reason I chased them. Perfect score. Outstanding. Let's show the team, because y'all didn't see the team. I was actually making adjustments. Here we go. So, team is, technically I should have geared the party for, like defense and fire resist and all, but we got a perfect score on damage taken. Like I said earlier, the best change they've ever made the Dark Visions is giving you that 5,000 point threshold for damage before you start losing points. You can take about 5,000 points of damage across the party before you start losing points. As long as you break the boss and have like a little bit of bulk in your party, you're fine. Like I'm using a 7-star squall, no stat pots, half naked, just a little bit of fire resist. And it's fine. Anyway, the only reason he's here is because his upgraded EX skill, LB does an 88% defense break, and that was my defense breaker, the original Squall. Sephiroth, base form, completely naked. Who cares? I guess he had some that on. Whatever. Shift form. The boss is a demon. To be fair, Sephiroth ran out of demon killers. 200% demon killer, maxed LB damage, 7,300 attack power. There's his build, chain cap increase. Graf, base form, I gave him Braska's TMR so he could chain Bolting Strike. Obviously, that's important. Shift form, max demon killer, chain cap increase, 10,000 attack power, blah. Fina was our, look at these killers. Like, these anniversary units are insane. They just have killers across the board to everything. Completely insane. Anyway, Esperphil, Braska's TMR to chain Bolting Strike, and she did all the holy support. Mine's only EX0, unfortunately, so she can't do the good SLB. I will get her EX1 in, I think, 5 more days. So, thankfully, Dark Visions will still be open at that point. Anyway, there's just her whatever build. She did the light field, light imbue, demon killer, LB damage buff, all the good stuff, stat buff. Harv, not really important. I just grabbed the breaker. The reason I liked him because he does this like cool little setup skill. It AoE dispels everything. It AoE breaks everything's attack and magic, including your own party. And it AoE buffs defense and spirit on everything, including the boss. So this is like perfectly designed to lower your your party's damage, and increase the boss's bulk, so you can do setup in Dark Visions. Like, this guy first came out, people were like, what is the point of this skill? It buffs the boss and nerfs your own party. That's because you've got to stack up your party, and you don't want to kill the boss while doing that. So this skill is really awesome for that. It breaks your own party, and it buffs the boss's defense. Awesome. In any case, I grabbed him because of that. He also does a 135 Dark Imperil for Sephiroth, and he chained Bolting Strike. His normal attack is Bolting Strike, so we gave him quad attack to chain Bolting Strike with Fina. If I had gotten his LB filled quickly enough, that would have been great for an even bigger debuffs and all, but I didn't fill it in time, so whatever, who cares. And then Tyvis, shift form. Again, they just gear for killers trivially. He is maxed on demon killer LB damage, and I gave him Tyvis's STMR to boost his damage even further. So even though it did look like he did like double the damage of Seph and Graf, he was using Tyvis's STMR, which is kind of a big deal. Not to mention he is just naturally power creep anyway. And yeah. Crazy damage. Okay, so I was going to record everything else, including the other bosses in this video, but I actually ran out of time. So I'll be doing Omega Weapon and then the final Dark Reign in another video later in the week. Not to mention, I probably want to wait for my Fina to get EX1 so I can use her SLB for the really big power boost. So these videos for the last two might not come out until next weekend. Dark Visions will still be open, but I need like 5 more days in the Shard Dungeon to get Fina EX1. Okay, see you guys then.